I was really excited when I found out first that my work was accepted into the exhibition, and then secondly that it would be on view at the Tampa Museum. I just think the curators at the Skyway really did an excellent job putting the community at the heart of each institution. It's just absolutely beautiful. You know, it's just this wonderful opportunity and chance to be able to sort of use the museum a little bit like a laboratory for some things I've been playing around with. My name is Kim Anderson. I'm an artist working at the intersections of painting and photography, and I have two stereoscopic painting installations on display. One of the paintings, Alone Together, is a large-scale, decorative, abstract image of a woman who's covered by this veil of ivy. I'm interested a bit in vintage vernacular photography, but also in women's decorative arts and the history of decorative arts. This piece that I have on display is in one sense a reference to where we have been in this past year living through the pandemic, and this veil of ivy is sort of a reference to that barrier or distance that we've experienced. I designed these stereoscopic devices that are loosely based off of this 19th century stereoscopes, and they were actually designed just before the advent of photography, which is kind of interesting. So they would be paired with a hand-drawn illustration that would then, when the two images converge, they would appear to look like a three-dimensional image or illustration. I really like the way this sort of replicates this parlor room experience. I think in an interesting way they highlight the voyeuristic nature of both painting and photography. I think the stereoscope is positioned in this really interesting way, somewhere between older forms of visual representation like painting and then newer forms of media like film or social media or even virtual reality. So the stereoscope is actually maybe like a really early example of virtual reality, so it's this interesting counterpoint to where we are today. The painting on the right, the theme comes from mythology, so the title of the painting is Sirens, and it features what I imagine is probably an early 20th century burlesque dancer. So I'm thinking about sort of the history of women again as performers, as artists, as subjects throughout the history of art. I hope that people coming to the Skyway exhibition, that they walk away sort of thinking a little bit more about the ways in which they engage with technology and where some of that history originated and how we've gotten to where we are today.